Alright, so essentially, I met up today with Josette, who is the only professional cosplayer in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes. Well,
yes.
yeah.
As in, when I say professional, I mean like Josette went like international cosplay, like, you know, stuff and represent Trinidad and Tobago, and she big in the dance. Long story short, she big in the dance, alright? So me and Josette was 1 o'clock. We meet up at 11 and basically spend 2 hours talking about everything from what human sexuality to God to life.
Yeah. It was a whole podcast on the meaning of life.
And I recorded none of that. So Oleo just had to stay in our mystery, right? Long story short, right?
Yeah.
The whole purpose of this meetup was to meet up to collaborate with Alias on their upcoming cosplay
Convention, anime convention, anything pop culture related, that's the event for it.
Alright, so before I continue, Josette, tell us when it is, where it is, and all that.
Right, so Alias Entertainment Expo, the biggest anime pop culture gaming convention in Trinidad and Tobago right now. And this year we are actually having a week long of events. We're named after like the Golden Week in Japan, if you know, you know. So it's from July 26th to August 3rd. Every single day from July 26th all the way up to the 1st of August, we're going to be having events across Trinidad and Tobago that are anime, gaming, or cosplay themed. And then it's all going to culminate on the weekend of the 2nd and the 3rd of August at the Center of Excellence, and that is where we'll be bringing in international voice acting talent from some of the biggest animated films and series that you ever seen.
Pause for a cause. She actually talking about Echo. You know, Echo from Arcane. And just in case you didn't know, I am an Arcane fanatic. I love Arcane. I'll be honest with you, Vi is my favorite character, but I love Echo. I love Echo.
Fair.
Yeah. Right, so yeah, continue, Josette. You're telling us. So it's a week-long event. What happening? So give me a quick brief rundown.
Alright, so the first event is going to kick off with a big cosplay parade and a Japanese themed exhibition and matsuri at South Park. Right, so we're starting things for the South folk and thing. I know you all say that people in the Southlands, we don't do anything for y'all.
It's true.
Right, so we're starting off the whole thing in the South at South Park in collaboration with our sponsors, Caribbean Cinemas. And we might have a big anime film in cinemas for y'all to see about, you know, stay tuned for that. We're having an anime sports day. You know, they say nerds don't touch grass, but we're trying to change that prerogative. We're trying to change that, trying to get all out there and things. So we're going and have a whole anime football tournament, march pass, and all of that on the Sunday in the Marvin Lee Stadium. We have a cosplay photo shoot on the Tuesday where we're hoping
I am going to be there. Finally, by the way, just on a side note, I got into this whole nerddom through cosplay photography.
Right.
Yeah, that's how I started off, cosplay photography.
And she's doing toy photography, but we're trying to pull her back to cosplay photography on the Tuesday.
We'll see.
Wednesday is a whole Japanese cultural day at Nales in collaboration with the Japanese Embassy, Hachidori Kai, the Trinidad Kendo Federation, all things Japanese. That's going to happen on the Wednesday. Thursday, we're having gamer night at the University of the West Indies. We're going to be having some traditional gamer sweats, and we'll be showing movies that are all game themed. So it's Street Fighter, Arcane, everything in between. Any movie that has ever been inspired by games, we'll be having some like showcases of that, and karaoke. Friday, we go into Five Islands Amusement Park. So we're going on splash down and thing.
You're gonna take a week off, you know. I'm just saying.
And then Saturday and Sunday, back at the Center of Excellence, that is where we're going to have the main expo. There's going to be a whole vendor hall with anime merchandise, games, comics, all of that, panels from people in the industry, and cosplay championship. We have people flying in from across the Caribbean to take part. We don't know who's going to take the crown this year. Last year, so should that. We don't know if Guyana going to take the crown, Jamaica going to take the crown, but yeah, it's a whole big week of activities for all things nerd.
So yeah, and now you know how to nerd, because you know I used to do that segment, how to nerd, right? Alright, so this sounds extremely cool. Is it that all the events you had to pay to go to, or is it that you have some free events and whatnot? Because I know you was mentioning the one in South Park. Is it that you're gonna have to pay to go to that event in South Park?
No, so the event in South Park is free $99 to attend. It's all going to be open in the area right in front of the cinema for South Park. I think the only thing you have to pay for probably is to see the film itself, but that event is completely free. The sports day is only like $30. to come and, you know, see if you could be the very best that no one ever was. So yeah, if you know that reference, right? The Monday, I think most of the events is either free or you're just paying for like the maxi cost to go to the area and take part in the particular thing. The convention itself is where the main cost is, and entrance right now is $100, just general entry, Darrell cheap. I just let you know, Darrell cheap. We have VIP tickets for like $250 to $300, but that is inclusive of an autograph from Echo. So, you know.
Yeah, well, I definitely go in for that. I'll be first in line, okay? That's the one probe. That's my one request for this entire thing. All right, so, I mean, this is going to be a pretty awesome event. One of the things I always liked about Alias, and I was telling Josette, is that it's such an inclusive environment for everybody. Whether you be a child that is a nerd or adult that is a nerd, it is a fantastic event. I love especially the cosplay competition, where we actually see is such a, positive environment. And you actually to see kids cheering for kids, whether you be the cool kid on the block or the nerdiest or you're awkward, socially awkward, whatever, it doesn't matter. You go on stage, you put on a costume, and you're just inclusive. And one of the things last year and even year before, Rai had taken part in the kids cosplay competition. And it was nice. It was just nice to see him on the stage, you know, doing the little thing and everybody just cheering. It's such a cool environment. Even if, I'll be honest with you, even if you're not big into anime and big into all these things, it's a nice environment and it's something different to take your kids to or even experience as an adult. So something...
Rai has an idea for his cosplay.
Rai is going to be Bruce Lee. I thank his sensei for that one, but Rai is going to be Bruce Lee. So
yeah,
I was trying to convince him to be Echo, and I had my cosplay lined up with certain somebody, but apparently Rai... Well, you know, Rai have his own ideas in life, so yeah, let him be. So hopefully we could get him to put a t-shirt on and not be shirtless Bruce Lee, but we'll see. We'll see how things turn out, right? You know, so anything else you want to tell us about this whole event and whatnot, Josette?
You know, I just think that it's one of the few events in Trinidad that is like a positive space for young people. That is not necessarily like a party space or anything like that. I feel like there's something for everybody. I also feel like it kind of encourages children to be themselves, and it's a really positive space for people to just do things that they might not feel 100% comfortable doing like all the time. So yeah, either you, your children, your cousin, your uncle, whoever, just come out to the weekend or for the whole week if you know you want to do that. And yeah, have fun.
All right, awesome. And you can look forward to some more videos. If you have any questions or anything about cosplay, anime, anything like that, feel free to post it in the comments and I will try my best to get to it. But you can look forward to a little bit more collaboration between me and Josette, and I don't know, something special. Maybe I'll let Josette like cosplay me or something. I don't know. I'm just joking. I don't think I have. I don't think I can cosplay. We're gonna cut this part out of the video. We're cutting this out of the video. Just all right. Well, hey, thanks for meeting up, Josette. I ain't gonna lie. This was a real cool 2.5 hours of life with catching up and meeting and talking and having all this conversation. So I look forward to seeing all you there.